Welcome to the African Diaspora channel in partnership with CRBC. This is the Destination Crossover Policies and Business Opportunities podcast. My name is Emmanuel Bisang. Now, to help you embark on this journey into the discovery and understanding of the opportunities which lie in the mining sector of Cross River State, I have with me a distinguished guest, a man on whose back has lied the weight, the challenges, the good, the bad, and the ugly in the mining sector in Cross River State. He is no other than Mr. Prince Effiong. He is the chairman, anti-illegal mining in Cross River State. A very good morning, I would say, at this time, and welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you.
First of all, we'd like to know the mandate for your office. You know, when we hear anti-illegal mining, it seems like a lot of work. I mean, that's a task force, right? So tell us, what's the mandate for your office?
Okay, thank you. I am handling two offices. We have the committee on mining, which we are just 9-man committee. And we also have 40 task force members, which cut across the whole 18 local government, 3 members of each of the local government. The duty of the 9 committee members, which we have the Secretary General of Nigeria Mining Association, is a member of that committee. We have somebody that was nominated by the Federal Ministry of Solid Mineral, is also in that committee. We have a retired army, police. We have a lawyer. We also have a former director in that same committee. So the committee, His Excellency, really took time. This was not a political setting. It really took time to bring in mining engineer, geologists, everybody are all set in that 9-man committee. So the duty of the committee is to get to know everything, all the documents that you have as a mining company. If you come into Cross River State, they see your documents to know what and what you have done. Most of the company just go get license. License is just one of the things among all the things you are supposed to have. Like 3 weeks ago, a former governor of the state called me and said, one of my persons said, your boys are disturbing me. I said, Your Excellency, please. It's not just having a license, so the person is not telling you the truth. Like if you are here now, somebody, your friend come and tell you, Prince Paul is disturbing me, I have a license, and he comes to show you. You will start getting angry with me. So you carry me, Prince Paul, you have arrested my friend, he has a license. Unknown to you, that is not only the license. So I have to tell, I say, Your Excellency, it's not only the license. There are things that the person does not have, which those things, most of this company also they lie a lot. They have a license in CRBC, but they leave CRBC and still carry the license and go to governor's office to mine.
Okay.
And when you are not with your technical team, like me, I move with all my technical team, GPS, everything. So what we do is that bring your license. Let's see, they will start telling you lies. My license is not yet. Sure, they bring only license. You know, in that license, there is no coordinate. So what we do is that we need that coordinate. It is from that coordinate that we pluck to know that this place actually is your place or is not your place. That is why you see we are having a lot of issues with people. So when people hear about Paul, they think that I'm a troublemaker, but they don't know that I really do the real thing, check to know who and who is mining. So that we can give opportunity to others to come in. So you're not just come in here, you have one license, you are leaving a Kangba to go to a Tung to go and mine. No, that is the duty of our committee to check all those things, to also know the companies that are doing their CDAs, the ones that are doing their environmental impact assessment. We check all those things. We also check whether you are paying your royalty to the federal government, because if you don't pay royalty to the federal government, the state will not also have anything. So we check all those things. The governor also passed into law, just gave executive order that is also helping the miners to also pay their surface rent. We also check all those things. So we must always check to know the companies that are doing their corporate social responsibility, the local content and all this. So that is the work of the committee. So when the committee check all these things and know that company A is not doing those things, that is when we now tell the task force go to company A, arrest them, bring them to government. Let them go and face the government. That is when, and they too, I am also the chairman of that task force. And my own is that I'm not the chairman that sit down in the office. I go straight. I'm the general that follows to the field. So
Absolutely.
I go with them to the field. We go arrest and bring them to government. We go with police, civil defense, army, forest guard, my task force member. So it's always a very serious task force.
Speaking of serious, I'd like us to touch on something which, before we go into the conversation proper, because lots of persons in the mining sector are always very skeptical about, intrusion, into their spaces and sometimes clashes too, right? Because it can get very tricky sometimes if not handled properly. There's been talk about the governor recently having a meeting with the stakeholders, which I'm very sure you're part of that particular one, to make sure that the mining ecosystem, the mining space in Cross River is cleaned of illegal miners, making it safe for investors. Talk about that journey and how has it been so far?
Okay, I want to really appreciate His Excellency for that wisdom that God has given to him. I can see that he really has the spirit of discernment in him. And he's a man that listens too. And from the reports that we have been giving, and he himself has spent so much money to be able to send drone to check our forest to see the kind of people in the forest. And he is a well-read man and he's a well-exposed man. So he knows all these things. So we have been able to survey the place and also discovered that people have come into Cross River State Forest Reserve land and they have a license there. That is why it's good when people are given an appointment or opportunity to work. They should give those people that have the passion. Not just people that believe that they can speak good English or have the money or they are big or that. It should be people that will be able to have the passion to help the state. So we have been able to discover all these things and we bring it them back and say, our forest has been occupied by people. We don't even know them. So many of them are just entering there and mining. And the governor also did his own secret verification. He did all his and know that everything is okay. That is why he come up with that agreement. You can see what he's doing in our oil well too. That is the same pattern. All these things is so much money to be able to check, send a drone to check all those things. So that decision is not just a decision that he will sit down as a governor and make. He can't do that because the mining is in the exclusive list. So he has gone as far as meeting the president. Before you stop mining activity in the state, the president must give you the go-ahead. So you can imagine the kind of governor that we have. It takes time to do his thing. This thing, the ban was supposed to come since on December. But because he did not have the audience with the president. So now that he had the audience with the president gave him the go-ahead for the ban. So far, he said 24 hours supervision and we have been doing that. And so far, we have been able to arrest some people and some too, they are running away. We can see, I have some videos.
Yeah, I saw those videos
yes,
too.
that we have also engaged the community. Last year, November, December, His Excellency empowered us with money. We went around to all the mining communities. We did our sensitization tour, which CRBC here also helped us to publicize it. And we told the communities the danger of allowing people into your forest, the danger of allowing these people. So we are working in collaboration with both the federal, the local government, the community, the youth and all that. But you also know that all these mining people they don't just come in like that without an insider.
Naturally.
So the chiefs and the village head, the clan head, the youth leaders are always involved. That is why in that meeting, His Excellency, like I said, is a well-exposed man. He knows everything. He's a Lord. Lord is that even when he sends you something, he will also send another person to go and check. So he knows all these things. He has seen that the chiefs had the one giving this opportunity. And by the special grace of God, the SA Chieftaincy Affairs is also with us. He was there in that meeting. And he's a king. The king has pronounced his word. The king is not the one that will go and do it. It's we that will do the working. Now, what we have agreed with the SA chieftaincy affairs is that any chief, so that if they should hear this, any of the chief that misbehave, that wants to bring in any illegal miners into his community, we will seize your certificate and decap you. So that there will be peace, so that we can bring in fresh investors that are ready to invest. Not just people coming in and get 300, 500 cadastra and just keep it like that. It's just like you going to buy land and you buy it and keep and say in the next 20 years, well, the money will increase. In mining activity, we don't want that. We are not waiting for you to buy and keep. We want people that need a license, will guide you. The right thing should be done. Something that is supposed to bring happiness and joy to Cross River State is now giving us tears. We are not happy about it.
I'm very happy that this is happening, and good to hear you say this, because this has set the tone for the conversation. Because now I know that, okay, our investors who are in the diaspora now know that the government is not just watching the mines, but actually getting involved and cleaning up the space for those who want to do real business, who mean good, right? Now that the stage has been set, let's look at the reality of the mines in Cross River State. In all honesty, what can you say about the value that is available in the mines in Cross River State, and why our diaspora investors should take a look and engage in the mining sector?
My brother, I want to say that Cross River State is very rich in terms of minerals. God has really blessed us. And this is coming in the right time, and I believe that all the years that the cankerworms has eaten from us, all the years that even the oil well money has not come, now that is why God gave us that hidden treasure, because the Bible says that precious stones, golds are hidden treasures of the Lord. That is why God has revealed this hidden treasure with the time of Prince Basidero too. And now we are ready now to work with any investor. Anybody that comes from anywhere will guide the person very well. The kind of minerals that we have, and so the coordinator of women in mining, she was telling me, said the tourmaline that we have here in Cross River State, outside the country, they call it Calabar Blue tourmaline. That is what they call Calabar Blue tourmaline.
Like it is known to come from our
Calabar, soil. So they know it already. You can see the quality. The quality of our alluvial gold that we have here is very good. In fact, all the things that we have in Cross River State, they are perfectly very well. Cross River State is a beautiful city. So whatever God will give to us must be very good, very beautiful. So all what we need, all what His Excellency is looking for the real miners. That is why He wants to clean the system. He said everybody should come and do documentation, proper profiling, so that we know you, we know those that are serious, not just those that will come and collect land and keep. The kind of minerals that we have, if you see the kind of tourmaline that we have, our copper, our gemstones are very good, our precious stone. You look at the eminite that we have. In fact, our eminite is floated. I know that there is a factory, a processing factory that they are trying to build in Nasarawa State, which we need people to also come into Cross River State to build that here today.
No, we'll speak about that, about the processing plants, because that's one major part. I have there's a friend of mine I was speaking to who is from the Netherlands, and she was currently investing in Zimbabwe, and she said that was one of the things she's beginning to look into. But processing plants are very critical. But then again, I'd like you to help us understand, one, the quality, because one thing about mining, people always ask what purity level, what PV level does this particular ore have, and all that. And then also, is it in commercial quantity? Yes. So give us an understanding of maybe using some particular minerals as examples to give us their purity level, and also give us an understanding of the commercial quantity. Is it because sometimes one can begin to track a vein of copper, and then next thing you know, the vein ends, it cuts, right? So help us understand the quantity and also quality as well. Okay,
like I've said, God has really blessed Cross River State. Yeah. If you look at the kind of quality that we have in our granite.
Okay.
Start from granite. Granite, people have been blasting granite for so many years. the quality of granite that we have in Cross River State is not the same with other states. Check it, do your research. The quality of limestone that we have in Cross River State is not found anywhere. That is why you see Lafarge is one of the biggest cement manufacturing company in the whole of Africa, because of that quality of limestone that we have here. Now, the quantity, you can see from when they started mining the granite is still there. It's a very large quantity. It's still there till today. In fact, if you need a granite place today, like now, you have investor now, I can take you to even my own village and give you a place. If you need a place now for limestone, quality limestone, I can beat my chest and tell you, don't even pay me money, come and start work. Because when you are sure of what you have, you don't need to rush for money. The quality is good. The quantity is there. Like for Lafarge, that is where I come from. That is my village where we have Lafarge company. Now, before Lafarge put in that kind of money to build their first plant, the second plant is because they saw what is there. That was why they built the second plant. Now, what we have on ground alone is 630 years to be able to mine it all.
30 years.
That is the quality.
That's probably after the rapture, I guess.
So now, let me go to maybe iron ore.
Okay, yeah.
Which is also in my own village. When we did our geological survey to check everything, the in-depth and everything, we saw that the ones around there would take us up to 120 something years.
That's to effectively mine.
To mine. And
this is just your village now.
I'm talking about my own village.
So I'm aware that there are other mining sites.
Which if any investor wants to come, I can bring out the geological survey, because we are businessmen. Before I was given this appointment, I am a businessman. You spend in money to do something, because nobody want to come in to invest without you having something to show.
True.
So we have all these things to show. In my own place, we have a lot of minerals that in fact, the next village to my village, we have gold. I have the sample. I'm not saying it's story. I have the sample of gold, the next village after my village.
And this is just a small cluster of a massive
I'm not
state.
talking about I'm talking about Akamba local government. I don't want to mention the village so that people will not rush and run and go there.
Please don't mention.
But this is the reality.
Yeah.
If any investor comes now, and when you have your thing, you can't steal what you have. Rather, I keep it. Anybody that wants to say, I want to see the sample of gold, whether it is, I will bring it and show to you. So there's no amount of hunger that will make me sell it, because we need people to come and tap it.
To see the samples for sure.
So we have all these samples. I have tourmaline sample. I have copper. I have a lot of samples to show. Okay,
just touching on copper and iron ore, give us an idea of the purity levels that you have.
Okay, yes, I wanted to come the quality, like I've said, in granite we have a very high quality. In limestone, the iron ore. To the iron ore, before they bring iron ore in the cement factory outside the country.
Okay.
Now, from the northern part of Nigeria, their quality is between 60, 70 something.
70 PB.
Yes.
That is high.
Now, here in my own village, the quality that we have in my own village today, sometimes we make up to 67, 66.
Wow.
Quality of that iron ore.
That's really good.
Now, they bring it from the north. It's because I was able to do those things like 8 years ago or 9 years ago. And I was able to show the sample to the white men then that we have this material. Instead of you bringing it from outside, get it from us. Today, people are enjoying it, but they don't know that somebody started it or somebody suffered for it. So like we have started now, glory be to God. Then there was no radio. I've never appeared in the radio. I was just a local boy moving around trying to do my thing to get sample, carry my boys and enter inside the forest. We do those things. Today, this is what he has brought me. So anybody that is ready to invest, we have places to give them. Cross River State, that is why we said it's even better to work with the government. Invest with the government and you are very free. Not just somebody coming to say, I have a license. He will bring license and show to you. You are not safe.
Send you some fake videos and pictures.
No.
What doesn't exist.
They should not do that. So any time that you know that you want to invest in the state, come to the ministry, come to the office. We'll be able to set the whole thing. The governor has even inaugurated a committee that looks into all the businesses in the state. We'll be able to help you. Not just bring your money and tie it down. Bring it. If you want to come into minerals, we have, just tell us the eminites that we have in the state is in very good high quantity. I've done all those things. For my 1 year, 2-3 months in the office, we have used it to check a lot of things. And now it is now the time we are supposed to relax and start reaping it. That is why we don't want all these thieves, because the devil only come to steal, to kill, and destroy. They're only coming to the state to steal whatever we have. But the real people, the real children, they don't have it. So if the people of the state don't have the money to invest, we call on you people, the media, to see how we can bring in investors to come in. We are very sure. I'm not saying, like I've said, anytime they need sample, they should just call. We'll bring those samples to them. Anytime they know that they have a good investors, they will meet them. The governor is a free-minded person. He's a man that loves business. Absolutely. He's a man that wants Cross River State to grow. Absolutely. We'll lead the person to see the governor. You come and invest. And we'll give you the free and the security and everything. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, listening to you talk, I'm very, very sure that our diaspora investors are quite very confident. It's growing. There's even more to talk about. I mean, we're still unpacking this particular load that we have with us for this morning. Now, many a times people talk about lithium as one of the major things right now, in demand internationally. So imagine there's an investor in the diaspora currently who's wondering, okay, so Mr. Prince or Mr. Paul, tell me, which mineral do I begin to move with because of the demand internationally? Sometimes there's some minerals that over time may not have so much demand internationally, but let's look at those ones that have a high demand and long term will still serve. Like, for example, there's lithium in Cross River.
Yes.
Okay, good. So give us some of those examples and...
Okay, the lithium that we have here in Cross River State, like I've said, Cross River State is blessed. As I'm talking to you right now, people are mining lithium right now in Biase. We have it in Akamba too. We have it in Biase. We have it in about 4 local governments in the state here. And mind you, let me bring your mind backward, like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. Akamba Biase road was not good in terms of criminals, kidnapping, armed robbery, and the rest.
Yeah, I remember.
Just because they were doing that lithium inside that area.
Oh.
So those people, when they come in with their guns, with everything. So when they don't see it in this room now, if they don't find it, they carry that gun and enter and start doing kidnapping and start requesting for money, robbing people, raping people and all that. So, but the ones that we have, I also have the sample. It's even in the ministry. We have the sample. It's there. The quality is there. So anybody that is interested, he will come. We'll take them, show them the sample. You yourself will tell you can do your test to know. This thing that we are saying, we can't come to radio and say what we are not sure of. I won't even appear. But I'm saying what I know that it is there. We have checked. In fact, one of the things that His Excellency on that meeting that we had on Friday, he has paid in some foreigners are coming to map the whole state so that we know everything. Not just the one that we're doing as individual, the one that we are just doing on a low key. But now the mapping of the state, the real thing is going to start. This period that we have told everybody to leave the forest, we are going to map it and know what we are going to do. That is why we want the people to come, invest with the government, partner with the government. Whatever minerals that you want, let us know. We'll have the sample. Before you come out, you must be able to have your samples to show.
All right, now let's look at some other ones that maybe in your own preference or from your own ideas that you think investors should be keen to want to have conversations about. Yeah, which other minerals? I mean, doesn't mind someone's asking you right now, okay, what would you want me to go into? Which ones do you think, there are a lot of them for sure, but which on your list seem to be more attractive for business?
We have a lot of minerals for now.
Okay.
That is in the high demand. And maybe one of these days I will forward you all the ones that we have already as samples.
Okay.
We have a lot of them. We have up to 12 different types of minerals that I will send the names for you. So if you want to publish it, you can also publish it. That we have samples to show that we have done the test.
Can you just give us a few of them?
Like we have copper, we have lithium, we have tourmaline, we have eminite, we have safari, we have this one they use in oil and drilling. Tourmaline. What is the other one? We have a lot of them. We have iron ore. We have ore. We have we have a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
We have a lot of them that we have the samples.
Yeah.
That whenever you are, in fact, I can forward you all the ones that we have. A lot of them that, in fact, sometimes you will see some materials and you need to go and start researching to get the name. So, but there are a lot of them that is in the high demand now. People are doing it right now. The one that they are using in the oil company, which that one is, we even have image.
Okay.
There is a mineral that is called image, which some whites, we have a tunnel in Cross River State, in one of the local government, very long tunnel, underground tunnel, which we also discovered. There was a time we even displayed it in the social media, very long tunnel. So God has really blessed us.
You know, hearing you talk about what we have in Cross River makes me think maybe this could have just been the Garden of Eden. You never know, but then again, that's to show that God is really quite generous to us when it comes to our minerals. All right, you've touched on the safety already about what the government is doing, which is great. Let's go into the entry point. Right. So for someone in the diaspora who wants to invest but doesn't know where to begin, what are the practical steps required to enter the mining sector in Cross River State? Could you walk us through the process from maybe company registration to obtaining exploration and mining licenses as well?
Okay. If somebody wants to come in, maybe you don't even know anybody at all.
Yeah.
Just come in, walk into the governor's office. Just tell even the security that you want to meet those in charge of mining. That you want to invest in mining, they will take you straight to the real office that will be in charge of that. You go there, we'll link you up to the community first. You tell us the minerals that you want to mine. We know the local government and the village that has that kind of minerals. We'll take you direct to the village. You see the village head, you see the clan head, whether the paramount ruler, you sit down with them, you talk with them, and they will tell you what to do. The first thing the community will give you is a community consent. They will give you, they show you the place, and you tell them what some of the people do, the criminal ones do is that they come. Chief that have not seen 5 million naira before, they give you 5 million naira. Just tell you, Chief, my company name is so thing, they write it down there. They write, Chiefs, just sign here, they sign, they do quarter affidavit. They go and write the number of cadastra by themselves. So that is what, in fact, that is 85% in Cross River State, that is what they are doing. And that is why we have started trying to dig out to ask most of these chiefs, did you tell this person the number of cadastra? One person cannot have up to 400, 500, 600 cadastra.
Now, by the way, just to give an idea before you continue about this cadastral unit, it's about 450 by 450 meters.
By 450, yes. That's to say about, let's say 20 football fields.
One.
So you can imagine you having a football field up to 2020. That is one cadastral unit. So
oh my goodness.
Some people have it up to 3 local government. They have their land entered up to 6 communities. Meanwhile, by law, you are supposed to have consent around the 6 community, but they just go in and get in one community, which is, like I have said from the beginning, the thief only come to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Yeah.
So when they get in one community, what they do is that they start mining in that community. The other community, when somebody wants to go and get the license from that community, they will tell the person, oh, somebody has a license there. Have you seen the criminal techniques in that thing? Unknown to you that you are the chief, that somebody has a license in your community. You know, the 6 chiefs now that the consent is given by one chief. The other 5 are not aware. So when somebody comes to your village now that they need license, they go to cadastre. Cadastre will say, no, that community, there is a license already. And the cadastre will not come back to find out that chief can be there without knowing that he's sitting down where there is money. The chief will not know. So that is what most of these people do. So when you get your consent, that consent, you take it to the ministry. The ministry will process, you pay the fee, you pay everything, and whether you need exploration license, a small scale mining lease, you start from there. And when they give you your license, you can start your exploration. If you want to do your mining, you can start your mining, but you must, after that, you do environmental impact assessment. You also do your CDA, your agreement with the community.
Yes,
you are good to do. You are good to go. You start your work. It's as simple as that. But because these people don't want to pass those processes, because they are going there with a criminal mindset. So that's why they want to eat everything. You that wants to do the real thing. In fact, the real miners that I've seen, they don't have up to 100 and something cadastre. Do you know that as big as Lafarge, that is the biggest, if I in Cross River State, they are the number 1. Lafarge has just 300 and something cadastre unit. As big as Lafarge. Then you will see just small person has more than 600. I have in my list, I have somebody that has 900 cadastre.
900 cadastre units.
Which carries about 6 local government. So this is crazy because that person is a thief.
Absolutely.
I have somebody that is so rich in that we have also tried to see how we can tell the person, come and invest in your state. The person came in, he's not as greedy as that. He has only 15 cadastre. It's enough for that 15. That person started many years ago. That 15, he has not even done 3 first.
So on average now, with a rough estimate, how many cadastre units span the length and breadth of Cross River State?
Well, I've not been able to do that, but I know that like the ones that we have, like when the ministry gives any license, they send it to us too, so that we know those that have license and those that don't have. In Cross River State, yes, if I want to answer in the one that I know, in Cross River State, we have about 287 title holders, license holders in Cross River State.
Yeah.
But in that 200 and something that we have, we don't have up to 50 that are the real miners.
Okay.
So others are just collecting and keeping.
Well, what this is to say that there's a lot of room, investors watching right now for investments in Cross River State when it comes to the mining sector. There's a whole lot. Now, let's go deeper into some practical figures, right? So a common question that an investor would ask is, what are the costs for financial entry? So can you give us a simple breakdown of the basic, stages of mining project and the typical costs involved? So from exploration to site verification and to equipment too, because a friend of mine who's a copper miner somewhere in Nigeria mentioned that to rent an excavator for just a day is about 400,000 naira.
Yes, it's true.
And I'm like, wow.
Okay.
So give us an idea of some costs.
Mining is a very serious business. Is like oil company. Is like oil business. There's so much money in mining.
Certainly.
If you want to really be a real miner, you must have excavator. And now, one excavator is about 600 and something million naira to have one excavator. And there are trucks that you can have for about 200 and something million naira for brand new, we have trucks for 100 and something million naira. If you want just Belgium, we have it 60 something, 50 something million. If you want to also rent, like me, I don't advise people to always rent, but people rent. Rent is 500,000 to 400,000. Like 330 is 500,000. The new one, not the old one, they can give you for 400,000. It depends on how strong your machine is. So, but if you want to really go into mining and you have your money very well, like company like Lafarge, let's use our own brother Fed Plan. You can see he has a lot of machines. He has a lot of trucks. So if you want to start that way, you must sink in a lot of money. But if you want to start small, just get your machine, get your excavator and your truck. And that one is very simple to calculate. Even from online, you can key in and you see the amount of the money in any kind of excavator you want. The prices are there. Whether truck too, you will see. But in terms of the license, community, with your 20 to 30 million naira, you are done with that.
Okay.
And what is your way is also good. You can negotiate with the community and pay them yearly.
Okay.
So with 30 million naira, you are done with both license, payment of royalty and everything. You are good with that. Maybe as you are now mining, the agreement that you have with the community, as you are seeing plenty money, you'll be doing whatever you want to do. Like Lafarge, where I come from, Lafarge they are building schools, they are building health center, Teachers Copper, Teachers Lodge, Coppers Lodge, and all those things because they are making money. Like I've been able to give 2 jeeps to 2 clan heads, Agoekpo and Agoibame, from one of the companies that is mining gold in Agoekpo and Agoibame. They are also doing water. They are doing other projects. That is when government is involved.
As part of your CSR?
Yes.
Okay.
So I always remind them and push them to do it. Because like that 2 cars that came out, I was the one that really pushed the company. You must do it. You must give them water. You must. But if you don't allow government to come in, they will always cheat you. So those are the things that we have also achieved by telling those companies what to do.
Okay, so by this CSRs and community service, by the way, which are community service responsibilities, right? Now, sometimes people would say that mining can be harmful. You know, 'cause I know mining copper itself in its raw state is not very safe. But then again, how do you manage the effects, the consequences that comes with bringing out these ores from the ground?
Okay, there was a time we have an incident in Urban Liko, and that is why we don't want illegal miners, because we have not, even in Lafarge. I use the big company like Lafarge. We have not had any incident that like me. Before now, I was working in Lafarge.
Okay,
I've been their youth leader. I've worked there for so many years. I've worked inside the plant. No incident of saying that the machine has grounded somebody before, or this kind of. There are some little hazard that can happen. Some little
even exposure to certain.
But those ones that are doing illegal, they will always have problem. So, but when you have your safety, anybody that wants to do business very well, your safety will be there. Like I have a business before I became chairman. I've been managing this mining business for about 9 years now. And from that time till today, I've not recorded. I only recorded one time that truck fell down. But that truck still even fell down. The glass did not break. But we carried the truck. No evil has happened. So that is a record I have for 12 years, about 12 years since Lafarge time and all that. So when you do the right thing, you will not have all those problems. There is no business. Business is risk. Me, myself, there are some business I go into, you put in your money, sometimes you lose, sometimes you gain. So it's a risk business. That is why when people see the rich, they think that the rich always serve. They don't always serve, because you have your money, you invest, to get it back, it becomes a problem. So, but in mining, before you come into mining, you want to invest, the first thing I will advise anybody to do is that do your geological survey. Do all your things first. Don't just allow somebody to say, come and invest. That is why I sleep very peaceful. I don't have any, you will not hear my name anywhere, because I will never do anything that will incriminate my life or myself. So I will tell you, if you want to do this, go and check very well and be sure. Because there's no how you check and you will not make profit.
Now, about this checking now, I think what you're seeming to say is around the areas of, because I know that some persons illegally sell sites to people because they saw a vein of one mineral or the other without doing due diligence, right? And then they discover that when they begin to explore, is not there, right? So speak a little bit more about this particular reality, because I'm sure some of our investors, their concerns might be acquiring a site and then all of a sudden the minerals are no longer there. And maybe if you have examples too, they can give us.
Okay, thank you for that. I think that is where we should not be lying to ourselves. We should always key into that, your question now.
Okay.
Where somebody will see mineral here, the next thing you can't see it again. That is where we always forget to always nail that. Now, minerals, they are secret treasure of the Lord. God owns it. Now, if you are going into mining, don't go with the mind of cheating somebody. When you are going into mining, go with the mindset of helping the people. I have seen in my 16 years in this business, I have seen that the people that we started the business with, so many of them have gone down. So many of them, they will not even pay salary. You are eating million, but that time we were paying security 20,000 naira as per then. You will not pay the security. The security is hungry, but you are going on with millions. You are not paying the community what is due to the community. Do you think that whether we like it or not, there are Christians, religion people will not believe this? We have gods everywhere. The Almighty God is there. We have gods in everywhere. That is why the religion people don't even read the Bible. But when they hear somebody talk about that, every community there is a God. There is a God guiding them. That is why God is Almighty God.
Okay.
That is why they said God is higher is in the secret. Is higher than every other God. That is to say, the other smaller gods. So those smaller gods too, that the people of the community pour drinks to. One day, if you don't pay the community things they are supposed to pay, and they wake up and go and pour the drink, you will not see it again. You will not see it again. Even the God of heaven that does not love cheating, he himself, if they don't even pour drink and they pray, God will answer. I have seen it severally. That somebody will take somebody and mining, the person is mining in that place. Before you know, the material is not there again. I've seen it in a lot. I give a sample. There is a company I'm managing for the past how many years. I've been in that business constantly, but people come and go. People come and go. I'm still in that business.
So the main idea here is to make sure that you're doing your due diligence.
Just give what belongs to those you are supposed to. Even God said, give what belongs to Caesar to Caesar. Right. Don't cheat anybody.
Okay.
Mining does not need cheating.
Yeah. Now, I asked the question initially because I want us to also stress about the importance of doing your geological surveys. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. If you want to do any mining, like people just come in, the community would take you and say, we have seen minerals here. You can start working. It works for some people. But for me, I love to tell anybody, bring in your mining engineer, bring in your geology, do electric in-depth of geological survey to know what is in the ground. If you do it, it will save you a lot of money. You'll be able to get more. So you know that instead of you excavating here, you'll excavate in the other side.
Okay.
That is the only way you can make your profit.
And do we have equipment that in Cross River in your ministry, in your sector, that can actually give a good idea of the quantity of a particular mineral available in the land?
Yes,
because this is very important. For anyone who wants to go into mining.
For all these years, we never had it, but just of recent, that equipment came in. That was December. That is what we said. His Excellency is doing so much for us.
That's a big one.
He spent billions of dollars to be able to get millions of dollars to get that equipment.
I can imagine.
That is, it will detect any minerals in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one of the achievements that His Excellency has achieved in that sector. That the machine is there. In fact, people are undergoing training now. We are training people on that now that will be able to manage that machine. So we have it already in Cross. There's no more story again. We have it now in Cross River State. That is why when I tell people, when they see us that are working with His Excellency, they don't see us living that kind of big lifestyle the way other previous government, their boys were going to clubs, spending money anyhow, because the governor does not have money to give to us. He brings the money to invest in the state. You can imagine you spending that kind of millions of dollars to get that equipment. If you don't have that kind of, you carry and share it to your boys now. So like me, I will sip my Gary for Cross River State and for our children to benefit. You can imagine the kind of money the governor has put in to bring in people to do all that mapping in the oil, in our oil well.
Yeah.
Will that money, if it's somebody that is greedy, will he sink in that kind of money to bring in the white to do that for us to discover what? It's not easy. If you don't have that kind of love for the state, you can't do that.
Okay, now I have a concern, which I'm sure it's a question in the heart of our listener, our viewer, who is in the diaspora and also an investor. Often with governments, when governments change, sometimes the dynamics at play in a particular sector can also change. What are the structures put in place to make sure that I invest today in the current governor's era, and then the next governor, my investments are still secure? Was at play to make sure that this challenge is actually dealt with effectively?
Well, in that particular area, I cannot really assure you on anybody's mindset, because everybody comes in with their own. But one thing that I've seen about His Excellency Prince Bassey Durutu is that he has not come out with his own project. Rather, is building on the project that the one of Donald Yugi, Moke, and
there is continuity.
Is continuity. But other people, when they come, this thing you are asking is a very serious matter. I don't even understand when government come, they just come and do their own thing. When somebody will sing in money and build something like Tinapa, and you allow it and you sell it out, it does not make sense. So when they come, they should continue from what the foundation that this man has kept. The next governor that will come will not suffer again, because you can imagine if our oil well, they start paying us money, it will be good. Now that the governor is also trying in the mineral sector now, if we now bring in gold back to show the world now, our allocation will increase.
Absolutely.
The next governor that will be coming will work on that. So, but why most of the government don't follow is because when you do a project, you keep it halfway. But when you want to do a project, finish it. If you finish a project, some other person will come and continue. That is why we pray that the governor will use his first term and second term and finish both our oil well project and also the minerals project. If we have those two, you can see the wisdom of this man. That too is enough for Cross River State to grow. If we have the right people managing it, another thing too is the right people. Not people that will go and canvass, go and start bribing who to go and stay, try to do eye service. We don't want that, not eye service people, but people that have the mind to say, if it's to sip Gary, I will sip. Not people that will go and say, sa, and wash, sweep people's houses. No.
Okay, well, good thing is that we see continuity in this government, and I'm also very confident of the fact that as we are moving along, as governments change hands over time, by the grace of God, that continuity stays. But then now let's look at the particular matter. So, primary audience, those in the diaspora, investors, often they've had cases where, okay, I have a land in Akbabio and I want to build a 5-story building or a 3-story or a 1-story building, whatever it is. And they call a younger brother in the village from America or from wherever. And well, in the next 10 years, not even a window has come up in that particular house, as if the building has even kicked off in the first place. What's your thought as to their approach in the case whereby they may not always be in Cross River, right? How do they go about investing in the mining sector in a manner that they are protected and they know for sure what they put in, they will get it back?
I've made mention of this before now that if anybody wants to do mining,
okay,
if the only office that you will know as somebody that's coming into the state, go to governor's office.
Okay.
From the security, even though you ask them, you are going to the office that has to do with this. Whether you want to invest in building of hotel, from there they will take you to the ministry that is involved or the committee that is involved. They will guide you. It's better you start from there.
Okay.
So, but when you go behind, because you saw somebody posting something in the social media, if you go through that area, they will scam you. But if you pass through the government and you know that, oh, this one is commissioner for lands, and you do whatever you want to do with the person, you know that you are safe. You go to the governor's office, they will direct you to the place that you need to do whatever you want to do. In the mining sector, if you come there, they will also direct you where you will go, where anything happens, you hold the person responsible. Very simple.
So is this a business that you can do while you're sitting in your house in UK or in London?
A lot.
Or you have to come,
No. Even this mining activity.
Okay.
Even this mining activity, I have a boss that has a company that he has come to his company only once. That company, he only came when that company started. That is the only day he has entered that place.
Just to cut the
once.
Cut the ribbon and
as I'm saying before God and man. The next time the person came just to see the community and settle them, the rest of the thing, every year he gives cow, give rice, give money and everything. He doesn't need to come. He has his workers. He knows the number of diesel that you are supposed to give in the excavator, the number of diesel for your trucks, knows the salary to pay, knows the royalty to pay. The person pays royalty, pays salary, pays everything. He knows everything. What happens is that money goes into the account. So you can stay abroad and you are seeing your money. Your workers are doing the work for you. Very simple.
I think this is because he went through the right process in the first place.
Yes, the right person too. The right person is managing the thing for him. If you don't have the right person, if you have somebody that is extravagant person, they will spoil your business for you. So, but if you pray and you have the right person, you can do it. But whether you have the right person or not, if you calculate yourself well, and you know that the excavator 330 carries 200 liters of diesel for 8 hours, you give somebody the money to do that, and that person put 150 liters, is doing for 6 hours. You change the person now. So you must also be calculative too to know. That is it.
Okay, how much is the mining license and also exploration licenses?
That's what I said. Everything, community, everything.
Okay.
With your 20 to 30 million, you are done with everything.
Okay. Now, there's a conversation in Cross River State, which is being backed by Action, which is about the deep sea port, right? It's ongoing currently, and by God's grace, in a couple of years, we should have that standing. I'm very aware that there's been a partnership with a company from, I guess it was Saudi Arabia, so I'm not too sure now. What would it mean for the mining industry in Cross River State when we have a deep sea port that is functional? Which is soon.
Yes, well, I know that very soon that will be done, and everything is still on plan. You know, there are some things that I will not even want to reveal in the set, but I know that if the deep sea port comes out, most of our minerals will be imported. Like the iron ore that we have here will be exported. So, like the iron ore that we have, most of our minerals here, people come to buy, take it to Port Harcourt,
Yeah,
to
Shagamu,
export it and all that. So, but when we have it here, those things will be very simple for us.
Because why I asked that was because most of the time, the route people take is around, they go to Shagamu, I think it's another place in Bini, and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, that aside, now let's look at some other possibilities beyond the actual mining itself, right? We touched on processing plant, which is like the beneficiation process, right? What are the opportunities when it comes to processing of minerals in Cross River State? What opportunities lie there? I mean, it seems as though there are not many people, even in the country, who own these processing plants.
In Cross River State, we are there is a place that we have already mapped out for eminite processing plants,
Okay.
and which the woman in charge of that is in US. In fact, I think she will be coming into the state very soon. We also have somebody is also coming for Tourmaline too. So guys, I think those are the two that we know for now that are really showing interest to build their processing plant here. If they do, that would be fine for us. Like you can see, Lafarge is doing well because they do all their thing here. They process and everything is here. So if we have it like that, it will really help us.
Okay. And then testing laboratories. Last I checked, it seems as though the Indians, the Chinese, they tend to, at the federal government, but then looking at the opportunities, because I know that also costs money as well, and that also generates funds, because before a person takes a particular mineral out, many a times they are being tested, before the person even buys it, they test it first. So are there any opportunities? Do you see any real opportunities for generating wealth in this sector?
It's still in our plan to get that testing plant, because what we do, we test our materials in Lagos, Jos, Nasarawa, and the one that we have here is for just few minerals. So, but we are also still in the plan to get it and to bring. So we just bought our testing in the detecting machine, yeah, and that one will be done too. Is this thing comes in billions of dollars. So, but I can be assured that before this year runs out, we'll be able to have that.
So, as a question to say, I mean, that's an area that our investors too can play in as well.
But the investor that is very serious can also take his thing. They can also test in just Lagos the way other people are doing for now.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Okay. Let's look at some of the matters now. Okay, so what the government has done so far has created an enabling environment. And can we tie this? Are there any recent policies that have been put in place to make sure that investors feel a lot safer?
Yes, I can assure you that in Cross River State, the legal miners are really safe. They are really safe in the states. And the ones that we have already, you can see there is no problem. Lafarge has been here for all these years. They don't have problem. We have a lot of them, a lot of companies that are here, and they have been doing very well. The state is not like other states that they start fighting companies and all that. Here in Cross River State, there is nothing like that. The place is so safe, very safe, especially now. How long have you heard about cults crash again, cults fight again in Cross River State?
Long time.
For long. No more kidnapping. Anything that you hear about kidnapping now is the same person that maybe your driver is one of your family members. But to say those real kidnappers, we have driven them away. Do you know how many people that have gone that their life has been taken for us to be free? A lot. Well, there was one thing people were saying when we were doing campaign. When the governor comes, the place will be there. Will be a lot of criminals and all that. You see, that thing now, today, there is no criminal again. Everywhere is so peaceful. We know what we have done to see that Cross River State, we are in peace today. It is not, and will continue to be like this. By the time you drive all those evil elements out of the state, you see that the state will be at peace the way we are right now.
All right. So as part of our closing, what's your word to diaspora investors? And why would you say that now is the right time to invest in the mining sector of Cross River State?
Yes, like you have said, what I will tell them is that now is the right time for them to come in to mine, come in terms of security. I can really assure you that we are really good. In terms of relationship, we have a Cross-Riverian, a very peaceful people. And for security, you can do your research. For now, there is no problem again. Even our workers here, we have good workers. So you can come in and invest. And the administration of Prince Bassey Dodo is the one that wants investors, wants people to come in and invest, and it will also protect them, both in security and in everything. So you can come into Cross River State.
Well, I really must say thank you so much. We're speaking so far with the gentleman, Mr. Prince Effiong, who happens to be the chairman, Illegal Mining Task Force in Cross River State, amongst other things which you do. Thank you for the work that you do, honestly. It's not easy. I know you had much more weight when at some point when I met with you. And of course, the task is quite demanding. Well, to you, my dear friend, my brother and sister in the diaspora, you've seen it, you've heard it, it's real. There's so much to be a part of in Cross River as it concerns our mining sector. So do you and myself a favor. Let's get involved in the mining sector, and for sure, we will have the better for it. All right. It has been so far the African Diaspora channel, and you're watching this in partnership with CRBC. Of course, this podcast is no other than Destination Cross River Business Opportunities and Policies podcast. My name is Emmanuel Beeson. I'll catch you on another one. Stick with us. Of course, here you get all you need to know about investments in Cross River State.